Hey, it's Cooking Bloke. Bet you never thought you'd see the day, did ya? Cooking Bloke. Today, these portobello mushrooms. Unfortunately, I never foraged these, but oh baby, they're good. So, a few days ago, there's a kettle boiling. It's noisy, isn't it? I'll turn it off. I'll turn it off, and I'll put it boiling on the stove. So I've got some soul reggae compilation on today. Let me start. Where am I starting? I started by saying a few days ago, I was like, what am I going to eat tonight? I made a curry and it was in the fridge, and I always make a big batch of it, so I've got like 3 days worth. And on the third day I thought, I don't want it again, I'm going to have something else. And so I thought, oh, I'll go to the supermarket, and whenever I feel a little bit I always revert to my all-time favourite, which is incredible white crusty bread with thick cold butter, salted butter from the fridge, with sharp cheese, an onion or ham and mustard. And I just eat I'll eat the whole thing. The whole thing. So generally what I do is, in my diet, I don't incorporate bread. I like it so much, and certain times in my life I used to eat crumpets. You know, you get these round crumpets and you put them in the toaster and then you fill them full of butter and marmite and cheese. Oh my god, I could eat 4 of those in a sitting, and a couple of boiled eggs. And alas, I started to put on a little bit of weight. It's kind of like, you can't do this shit anymore, bro. You're not fucking 30 years old, you know? Alright, so compromises. So what goes? The cheese goes, the bread goes, the butter goes, the chocolate goes, the crisps go. I afford myself 1 beer a day, sometimes 1.5. I'm on an 18-hour fast, which means I start eating about 4 AM, then I finish up about 10 AM, so I'll have 1 main meal, which I may eat the whole thing, or I may eat 3/4 of it and leave a bit till later, or I'll have a snack later. So I'm not doing 2,000 calories, and yet, you know, I struggle to keep that washboard thing, you know? You're not supposed to have a washboard at 60 years old, are you? But I want a fucking washboard! Where's my washboard? Anyway, I'm about that far, I think. You know, I'm not all Brad Pitt when he was 20 years old, you know. But I'm doing alright. So, I went up to the supermarket. I thought, what can I have? Bread and all that. I thought, yeah, okay, you'll have that. But then I saw a tin of this. And I'm like, chicken in white wine sauce. I seem to remember I've had some of these things before, and it's good chicken, good sauce. I thought, I'll have that with some pasta. And so I had it, and it was awesome. I bought portobello mushrooms, the white ones, and I banged in that amount, and I just put this in the saucepan like I'm gonna do now. Like that. Go on, get in there. Yep. Oh wow, I'll tell you what, it's so good I don't even want to waste that little bit in there. So I'm gonna scrape that out the tip. Oh yeah, man. And then I'm going to put in these mushrooms, and then I'm going to chop up these leeks. I thought, well, I'll put some leeks in it this time, chicken and leeks and mushrooms. I think they'll go alright. So, I don't think actually I'm going to need all these mushrooms. I think just 3 because I'm having some leeks this time. Yeah. Alrighty then. So I got those in the saucepan. Stir those in a little bit. Now I'm going to put these on a low heat. What have I got over here? Over here I have already the pasta, which is on the go. Loads of strip pasta. I've got the pan boiling for the leeks and I'm going to put that on a low heat. Oh, I'll tell you what I've got. Sometimes when I'm feeling a little bit like, ugh, you know when you're strict with your diet and you want to eat some other stuff, sometimes I buy a can of this Spam and I'll eat the whole thing. I'll just sit in front of the computer, I'll fucking cut it off and, you know, and it's probably 800 calories. And you go, fuck it! You only die fucking once, innit? And so, I've got that left over. And so, I'm going to incorporate this in there. Because I'm taking the chicken and the Spam, which is kind of like tasty and salty. I think that would be a good addition. So, I'm going to do that. Now, let me have a look. There you go. So, let's take these off. Now, I'll tell you what happened to me today. Let me just cut these right. Then I'll tell you a story. I know you like stories. Right, I'm going to put those in the boiling water because I'm going to add those after into the chicken. Now they're boiling now, so I'm going to turn those down to 4. The pasta's doing its thing. I'm going to cut up the Spam. Look at that. I'm going to have it quite chunky. Look at that. Okay, that's all good. And I'm going to put that in the saucepan as well. And that should be finger licking good. So, what happened? What happened was, yesterday, I felt tired. And I've been working hard in the gym. I'd cycled 8 miles the day before. Then I'd worked out in the gym on the same day on arms for about 45 minutes. And then I did 300 squats in the gym. And so the next day I was tired. I thought, fuck it, I can go to the gym. I can go cycling. I can't stay in all day, so I thought, well, let's go and have a forage. Right, so I went foraging and I found those St George's mushrooms and I found 30 golf balls on the golf course. But whilst I'm foraging, and I'm finding golf balls in the brambles and in the bushes. You see, what you do is, when you're a golf ball forager, you go into all the places where you know like 60-year-old men and women aren't going. They ain't getting down on their hands and knees in the brambles and in the bushes for a fucking £3 golf ball, you see. So I do that because I've done it ever since I was 10 years old, and I love it. I love getting in there, foraging and everything. But what I've discovered these days is that these dreads, they're not really that conducive to golf ball foraging, because like the fucking branches got my hair here, and then there's a bramble that's got me hair there, and I'm like, what the fuck? Jeez! And then I'm like, you know, things are not as young as they used to be, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm in the brambles, I'm in the bushes, doing what other 60-year-old men and women ain't gonna do. I'm like, why am I doing it? It's not like, you know, it's for the money. You know, eventually I'll sell the golf balls, and for most of them I get about £1 each. The last batch I had, I got like 190 quid. Because I've got about 500 of them now in the bag in the bedroom. Because sometimes I'll go out and I can pick 200 balls up in a certain place where I know people ain't going. So anyway, I do that, and I'm like, well, I don't know, I like foraging, you know, fungi. And when I'm foraging fungi, there's lots of fungi you see on the golf course. Then I find golf balls, and I'm kind of like, oh, I know there'll be some golf balls in there. And so I stick my head in a holly bush or bramble bush, and I can see them. It's kind of like, okay, I'm going in. Right, cover me, I'm going in. And so I go in, and then I get, you know, ripped to shreds and I'm on my hands and knees. If anybody ever saw me, they'd go, arrest this man. He's obviously a lunatic. How old are you? You're a lunatic. So anyway, I came back, and today I was exhausted. I was doing it for 2.5 hours. I was bending, squatting on all fours, and all this sort of stuff. And it's kind of like, well, I had a hard day in the gym the other day, and then, you know, I was doing all that shit, and I'm expecting I'm going to bounce out of bed like a 20-year-old. It doesn't happen. No, mate, it doesn't happen like that anymore. And so the body is kind of like saying, you fucking, when are you gonna, you know, at your age? I'm like, this ain't ever gonna act his age. This does what he wants to do, and it's gonna drag you screaming, motherfucker, and you're gonna do it until the day you can't. And I'm like, well, I'm looking forward to that day, to be fair. Not. Oh my goodness. You know, there was this poet, and he said, like, 2 wolves reside in my chest, or in my breast. 2 wolves reside in my breast, and one of them is a ravenous, you know, fearsome wolf, and it's quite a destructive wolf. And the other one's, you know, man's best friend. Which one are you going to feed? Well, you're going to feed the one that serves you. But I'm like, well, this one serves me in that respect, and that one serves me in that respect. Look, there's no one thing that serves you ultimately in any realm, is there? You know, you take a little bit of the yin and a little bit of the yang, don't you? You don't have all yin and all fucking yang. You don't work like that. And so, I was tired, and I'm reading my book on the couch, and I'm falling asleep. And I'm like, oh, I'll go to sleep off, and I'll wake up and try and read my book again, and I'm falling asleep. And then, like, fall asleep half an hour, and then, you know, meditation. And then I wake up, and all ache and everything. Oh, come on, mate. Fucking soldier up. So I pull myself off the couch, and then I go walking to the supermarket. And it's like about a mile there, a mile back. And so I did that. And then when I come back, I thought, oh, you're knackered again now. You know, why do you go and do that? And I thought, fuck it! So anyway, I thought, I'm going to do a cooking blow video. And I thought, well, let's have some different music this time. And so, like, I was looking for some 1970s reggae rock. And I put one song on, and it's like, It Hurts So Good, by some African woman, African American. And don't you know that it hurts so good, it hurts so good, it goes like that. So I played it, and then all of a sudden I start fucking doing the old reggae thing, and I'm shaking the dreads around, and I think, like, fuck it. And I got into it, and I listened to it again and again and again. I thought, okay, I might make a video about that. And so I made a video of me dancing. I don't dance, by the way, but I moved around. I did some moving around what the body felt like doing, and I might put that up. You know, why not? I'm not shy, I'm not afraid. I did it. You know, yeah, Your Honour, I did it. What the fuck? So what? So anyway, where are we? That's the story. So I was tired ass. Now then, look what we've got, right? Pasta's doing great. This chicken barely warm, so I'm just going to turn that up a little bit. I'm actually going to bang it up high. And then these, I think I'll just stick a lid on them. They're going to need about 20 minutes probably. And so, when the pasta's done, then I will mix these, some of them, into the chicken and mushrooms, and then dob a load of it on the pasta and see how palatable it is. But the last time I had it, I had to put in some chili flakes, and I sprinkled on a healthy dose of all-purpose seasoning just to give it a little bit more salt, you know, and zest. So I might end up doing that. Some of you will remember, was it last summer? Seems so long ago. I made about 6 or 8 jars of pickled walnuts, right? And I boiled up some garlic, chilies and ginger. And these are now, let's say, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 8 months old. And so, I'll bring you down here for this. They're tasty. They've got a lot of kick to them. Because of the ginger and chilies. And when I picked these, they were a little bit woody. Now you're supposed to pick them when the wooden shell hasn't turned into wood. But I got some of them just a little bit too late, and so when I'm eating them now, I'm crunching a little bit on the wood, which is quite cool if you like earthy type things. Ever so slightly. Ah! Mmm! Chilies, ginger, and the pickle goes perfect with mature cheddar. Every now and again, I'm kind of like, oh, I feel like something. What do I feel like? Look in the cupboards, don't really feel like any of that. And then I get about half a dozen of these out, and then by the time my head's blown off, I don't feel like anything anymore. And so it's kind of like good because they're not very high in calories. Now, here is a bigger one. Let's see what this one cuts like. A little bit of resistance there with the wood. Some people would never eat this. But it's woody. Many people, they can't even take vitamins unless they're in like your baby gummies, and like can't even take vitamin C unless it's chewy, tasty sweet vitamin C. Bunch of fucking muppets these days, aren't they? And the amount of people when you see on the internet they're making some like the chicken's boiling furiously. They're making something homemade and they go, oh, but it's bitter. Oh, you've got to put all this syrup in, all this honey in, and all that. What the fuck? So what is bitter? Who gives a fuck? Just get it down the neck. It's like medicine, you know, in the old days. We used to have like cod liver oil. The parents would give us the cod liver oil. Come here, get the cod liver oil. Oh, mum or dad, I don't want that cod liver oil. Yeah, you gotta have it. And you'd hold your nose, or your dad had it. It wasn't my mum, because my mum, she'd well gone by the time I was 5. But stepmom then, or my dad, you know, hold the nose and put the castor oil, and he's like, oh. You know, you do it, don't you? And that's why, you know, I'm a man, not some fag-ass. You know, stem some childhood, people, stem some childhood. So, right then. Now then, I'm gonna leave this mushrooms, kind of firm like that, because you can eat these mushrooms raw. They're tasty. They've got more taste, they've got a lot of body, and they are good. Right, so that's them. Let me see how these leeks are doing. But before I do that, woody. So let's have a look at these, shall we? Oh! I think they're done. Let me taste them. Okay, so we'll strain them. And gonna pour half of these in here. Right, you're done, mate. You're done. So you go over there. I think we can turn everything off. Off, 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 off. Now in here. Gonna don't want to overload it. Break them up a bit. Scatter them around. Alright. Then of course what we've got to do is, before we do anything else, some of you older ones, British ones, will remember. I think, I don't know, was it 90s? In the 90s, there was a cooking program with some dude called Keith Floyd, and he was always drinking glasses of red wine, and he was visibly pissed every time he's doing his cooking. You know, every time he chops something or stirs something, he's picking up his large glass of red wine and banging it down his neck. And he was a very successful chef, and he opened up lots of restaurants, you know, in London, and famous people would go, but he'd always be out and he'd be mingling. We know he's rubbery or something. And like, I think some people found him a bit imposing and couldn't really get rid of him. He's like a celebrity himself, and so he should have been in the back doing the cooking, but he was out, you know, fraternising with everybody. And I think, so I heard, that, you know, people got tired of that and stopped going to his restaurants because he was drinking more and more and more. Anyway, I'm just consuming a bottle of Newcastle Brown. So I'm going to strain got a little leak here. There you go in there, mate. Oh yeah. Yeah. So it's nice to have the ready for a change. You know. Now I always run warm water through my rice and through my pasta to get rid of that stickiness, you know. You don't want that stickiness. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a plate in the microwave. Warm that up, and then crusty bread time. Crusty bread and thick salted butter is an absolute essential. So whilst we are cooking, what I always do, I always keep a clean shop and just clean up as you're going along, you know, and then you've not got a whole load of crap to deal with at the end. Okay, so here, ladies and gentlemen, is what we've got, and that is looking mighty fine. Pleased with that, and so I'm going to let's get a bit of bread out, because some things, they just are really complemented with a nice loaf of crusty bread. Look at that. Can you see that? Look at that. Wow. Now time for the butter. And so we're not shy with the butter. I'm gonna bang that on. Yeah. And that one on there. Oh my, oh my. Now, this bread looks a little bit like, kind of like orangey inside, and I don't know whether it's supposed to be, it's got cheese in it, I don't know. I didn't look. I'm gonna try it. Seems like a bit of pep. And very awesome. Now, we just heard the microwave. Ping. Oh! Ow! Gonna put some pasta on there. You know, the thing is how do you sever the pasta? And that's the thing, isn't it? Right, there you go. Okay. Got a mess of that one. Well, I think that's going to be pretty wicked. Wicked, man! Sorry, you didn't see that bit, did you? Now. Right then, where are you? You're all the way up there, aren't you? Come down here a little bit. This is table fucking 2, you know. Right. Mushroom. Mushroom leek. Okay. It's my house. Yeah, alright. Okay. All-purpose seasoning. Alright. And chilies. Yeah. Now we're talking. Are we talking now? Yeah, we're talking. Then the bread. See what we've got going on. See what's happening now, yeah? That's the kidding. How else to eat pasta? There's only one way to eat pasta. Like that. Oh my god. That is really, really, really good. I mean, spams. Just like ham, isn't it? So you got chicken ham, leeks and mushrooms. Well, I don't know what Brad Pitt, Samuel L. Jackson, and all those people are eating today. It ain't no better than this. And this cost about £3. Absolutely marvellous. Oh my god. Whose idea is to make pasta? Well, fantastic. Really, really enjoyable. When you've got a mess of food in front of you like this, and you've worked up a bit of an appetite with your favourite alcohol, you really are in heaven. Experiencing the bliss of being a human being. So anyway, you get the picture. Probably not necessary for you to sit through any more of this, but to replicate this is a very, very simple affair. I mean, you can even buy your own chicken breasts and just mushrooms or white wine sauce. You can pack it or make your own. But it's absolutely awesome. So before it gets cold, I'm done here, ladies and gentlemen, so catch you guys later.